comrades, this is Gaming with Austin, and today we're going on to episode 16 of the Utopian Community series. It's on. It's on. We're gonna keep going on with the windows. With the windows. With the windows. The secret to getting more than the secret to going to Disney World on a budget is to use Airbnb. One thing I noticed is that one of the competitive eaters, like that is well known, is struggling with cancer once more. There is an incentive to give up a testicle. $35,000. That is how much. That is how large the incentive will be. That is how large the incentive is. It is a huge incentive. $9,600 a year plus 15. With the Democracy Index, it gets updated annually. It's not necessary to compete for resources. But people do it anyway. Even though it's not necessary. There really is no need to. One thing that can help you save up for Disney World if your income is low, there are some sacrifices you have to make. The problem with buying a house is many of us have some degree of debt. Which is a problem. If I was to buy a house, the most common option is a 15-year mortgage. With simple living, interest rates would less likely skyrocket. You'll have more money to pay off your debts, which is a good thing. In simple living, the only thing you would buy would be the raw ingredients to your food. Or mostly raw ingredients. If you're gonna get gloves, make them yourself. That's the best thing you can do. Because when you buy novelty gloves, like at theme parks, there's a good chance you might be supporting slavery. There's a chance you might be supporting slavery. The best thing you can do is to make it yourself. Go towards a DIY ethic. That luxurious iPhone XS Plus very likely it's made in a country that has no regards to workers' rights, like China, like which slavery is common. I'm about 191 meters above the ground. A fluid ounce refers to the amount of water that weighs exactly 1 ounce. Purified water. There's nothing free about a free market. If you're gonna go into an authoritarian country, be careful. Because one wrong move, you're fucked. Just like what happened to Otto Warmbier. You know, in capitalism, this country's getting a job spaced out mainly out of luck. Like, it's a long waiting list to get a job. It is a long waiting list. I know more and more of us are in favor of taxing the rich now. Then eventually the rich would have to join them. John? What is it? What? Tea back in the fridge?
My jerky back in the fridge, please. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I have to put my brother's. I had to put my brother's deer jerky in the fridge. I have to put my brother's deer jerky in the fridge. I have an uncle that loves to hunt. One problem with hunting is that you're taking out the species that are best suited for, for survival. That are most likely to survive on to the next generation. If you took out the weaker members of the species, one of the constraints that'll keep you from being truly free is international law. There are crimes that'll get you sentenced by the international courts. Laws regarding terrorism are they're enforced on an international level. The problem with hunting, nature actually takes care of itself. Cats are really good hunters compared to us humans. One thing we need to do, If we want to fight climate change, one thing we need to do is change our diets. We need a more compassionate lifestyle for our animals. The incentive to go electric, it's not just about money. The ultimate incentive to go electric, the ecosystem would thank you the most. The biggest problem with, like, when it goes to animal welfare laws, the laws need to protect our farm animals too, and our fish. Big cats don't have a choice when it goes to what they can and cannot eat. Like, if you put your cat on a vegan diet, the cat can die. Like, note to self. Don't aggravate people on the internet. I learned that the hard way. I learned it the hard way. I learned the hard way. Sometimes your curiosity can aggravate people. Sometimes we tend to get curious. That's our instinct. A biopesticide is a pesticide that leaves certain animals alone while taking care of the pests. Because cats love to hunt. We initially used them to deter mice from stealing our crops. Per pound of body weight, mice have a faster metabolism than we do. Per pound of body weight. Because smaller animals lose heat more quickly. Which means cats will have to go out and eat mice more. Want to know what happens when your cat listens to Repentless by Slayer? They're gonna go out and beat the shit out of birds, mice, rats, everything. And if you go vegetarian, you're doing good for the animals. But cats don't have a choice. They tend to capture anything that moves. Whether it be a pebble, a piece of cat food, anything. And that is because out in the wild, cats do that to practice their hunting. It's not just our cats that do that. Now, like, I used to have a cat. Cats get high off of catnip. If I become a farmer, I'm not going to spray pesticides on my plants. Like, I'm not going to do that on my crops because it's bad for the people. Instead, what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to place cats all over the farm. As a pest deterrent. I've used ducks to feed on the weeds. Like you'd never see a lion grazing. But ducks will graze. humans, the best thing we can do is to go vegetarian and start exporting our surplus to countries that cannot grow crops. With bears, they are omnivores. Our canine companion are omnivores, too. The best purpose for a cat is pest control. Just like how lions kill zebras to survive. If predator outnumbers prey a lot, there's going to be competition between the predators. And we humans as a species are both predator and prey. Just like there are two types of people in prison, predator and prey. Since Danny Trejo is a Slayer fan, he's a predator in the video of Repentless. In that video, Tamaraya has a beard. A large beard similar to Karl Marx. Which is why some people call him Karl Marx after the fall of communism. Tamaraya is not the only one with that Marx beard. Rick Rubin's another one. Tamaraya looks more like Santa Claus than Rick Rubin does, because of the gray hair. Like, when he had that beard. That huge beard that Tamaraya had, he ended up shaving it back to a goatee. Sort of looks like Serge Tankian. When he had that beard, people referred to Tamaraya as Santa Claus of death metal, or thrash metal. Tamaraya was one of the founding fathers of death metal. Those violent lyrics helped pave the way for death metal. And Raining Blood talks about death. The Slayer's lyrics are really violent. Anyways, this is it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video, dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more, share this with your comrades on social media. As always, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. Peace out.